friends, to Twin Cities Live. Okay, we're in the middle of what should be really peak wedding season here in Minnesota. And there is no doubt, obviously, this year has looked quite a bit different than years previous.
That's right. Couples have quickly pivoted their plans, which has created new traditions and trends in the wedding industry. Here to share the newest trends that aren't going anywhere, we welcome Matthew Treadle of The Wedding Guys via Skype. Hi there, Matthew.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're doing well.
Oh, man, we're doing well. I think of you and I think of couples who are trying to figure out a way through. We spoke with you a couple of months back, and I know that things have continued to change. So now, Matthew, that we have a little more certainty under our feet, let's talk about how the wedding industry has changed from your perspective. Let's first talk about the mini-moni. Tell me about what a mini-moni is.
So we're seeing this as one of the biggest trends right now is people want to honor their true wedding date. And so a lot of people are choosing to have a smaller, more intimate wedding ceremony and small reception, keeping it COVID friendly, and then planning a bigger celebration later on this year or early next year.
You know, I just spoke with someone today about this. She was supposed to get married next February, but decided that they're going to get married in 3 weeks, small backyard wedding. And then in 1 year from then, they're going to have a big 1-year anniversary celebration with the whole reception. So, I mean, you're pivoting and thinking of things to do because they want to get married.
They do, and we're seeing that across the board. I think it's interesting. We're almost seeing like it's harkening back to like the 60s and 70s where backyard weddings were really popular, and I think we're going to see that continue as a future trend. I think people are going to find that they really like having smaller, more intimate gatherings for their friends and family that are really close to them for the ceremony piece, but then also do want to have that bigger celebration. What's nice about doing the mini-moni and then doing the larger celebration later gives you an opportunity to kind of focus on both and enjoy both in a different capacity. I think a lot of couples, once they go through their wedding day, they realize how busy that day is and how much they actually miss. Yes. So actually, by splitting it into 2 events, you actually get to absorb more of the festivities.
Right, exactly. Okay, so decor. Go ahead, Steve.
That just hits it right on the head. You know, my brother, he got married. My brother Josh, he and his wife Nikki got married in their living room, and we all went there, and it was family, and it was intimate, and then you're able to go out and have a reception afterwards. I think you might be onto something there, Matthew, that people might continue that moving forward. Okay, now let's talk. Look, we want it to be a really pretty day. We want everything to look great. What have you seen in regards to decor trends, specifically how folks are implementing like some family heritage in new ways, especially as maybe they're doing these in the backyard or in the living room?
Well, this is what I think is really great is people have gotten really crafty. We have everybody has a lot more time on their hands right now. So this harkens really into the whole kind of style of weddings and really making it personal as well. And so we're seeing a lot of people embracing their culture or their family traditions, which is really great. So we have some images. This is Dreamcatcher, which is a beautiful ceremony backdrop. We've seen couples do small tea ceremonies if they have some Asian heritage. That's something that's pretty common. And so great ways to pull in that family piece and that family heritage.
You know, before I got married, Pinterest really wasn't a thing. Now Pinterest is a thing times 1,000. And so people are handy. They want to make things for their wedding because of Pinterest, but even more so now to make it more personal, right?
Well, and even though the weddings are smaller, people still want all those details. They want their wedding to be Instagrammable. And so they're looking at all of the fine details. So we're seeing a lot more detail happening in tablescapes. And that's something that's easy to do. If you're even having a small group of 10 people, you can really do some really detailed and beautiful tables. I love this, really handcrafted kind of place cards that have a beautiful hand writing in gold and torn paper, and also a wax seal, which is definitely an easy do-it-yourself thing.
I think it's so beautiful.
You know, Matthew, I just saw a headline earlier, and it said that salad bars, like at a grocery store, at a market, might be a thing of the past. So now I ask you this in regards to buffets. We had a buffet at our wedding, same kind of thing. Are those a thing of the past?
Buffets are going to be gone for a while. So we're seeing plated dinners are going to be probably the way people are going to go, at least probably for really maybe the next year. And that also gives an opportunity to be really creative with the plating and, again, creating those beautiful images as well. I think as people are having smaller weddings, they're going to be really sensitive of how every detail of that wedding looks. And they can focus on that a little bit more too. And the nice thing is, as well, is that they can invest a little bit more money in some of those special things that they might not have been able to do if they were having 200 or 300 guests coming to their wedding.
Okay, and with the smaller meals, we have smaller sweets, petite cakes, little cute things, because there are fewer people there.
There are, and so we're seeing this huge trend in really petite cakes, which I love. Kind of how I call it is cute confections, and again, really creating that fun wedding moment. The cake is a really important piece of most weddings. People like to continue that tradition, but you can do it on a really cute, individualized cake scale.
You know what, I tell you, Matthew of the Wedding Guys, this could be a time you might be thinking, well, things are going to be smaller. Would it be easier? For me, it feels like it could be a little bit more complicated because the venue, Matthew, could become your own backyard. A good time to have someone like Matthew Treadle of the Wedding Guys in your corner. It's always good to see you, and congratulations to you. We're talking about Minnesota comebacks on Twin Cities Live. You guys have just continued to just pound your way through this, and we're hoping that everything starts to normalize soon enough. But congrats on what you've been able to accomplish in the midst of this pandemic.
You've been busy with those brides.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thanks, Matthew. We posted a link to the Wedding Guys to find the date on our website, twincitieslive.com. Next up.